Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you've been well. We're here at Overland Expo West in Flagstaff. This is Sunday morning, super windy and dusty and hot. I got the sun shirt on. This is one from Vertex. I don't know if this is like a prototype one. I'm not sure if it's out yet, but by the Tundra here, and I figured I would do a quick video on Overland Expo. There's way too much here for me to hit, and too much even for me to hit the interesting stuff because I'll just miss so much. It's been kind of a busy year for me at Expo, so I haven't actually seen as much as I would want to. And most of the day is over on Sunday, so I'm gonna try and walk around and not get stuck talking to too many people and just show you a brief look of what you can expect. But my truck, I had a table just out. I gotta take it back to KC. I served up some peak refuel meals for lunch on Saturday and then breakfast today. I got the Tundra here all kitted out. You've seen that in some recent videos, and I'll continue making a couple more with the electrical system on and everything. I got a Red Arc 240 watt solar blanket on top, and that is feeding into my second battery, and I've been running everything, charging people's batteries and phones, and then running this IceCo fridge all Expo. Sorry, I'm here at my truck, so I'll just show you like the spot that I hang out most of the time when I'm here. So that's why and then we'll get into the rest of the Expo. So the truck I kind of live out of, sorta, so it's just kind of used for storage and whatnot. Actually add other people's bags and whatnot in here most of the show, but they're all cleared out now. Back seat's a bit of a mess. Jetboil hooked up a few of their Jetboil, I don't know what these ones are called, not the Flash, but just the standard ones to boil water for all of the peak meals. And then I just kind of, again, live out of the bag, come restock, get some snacks and whatnot. I was using this thing for this fridge. Interesting, I was trying this new fridge out. I actually snagged it from, well, the IceCo guys gave it to me here at the Expo, so I picked it up here at the Expo. This is a battery pack. It's a magnetic battery pack. I'm not using it right now because I'm just using my onboard power, but you plug this in and then this plugs into the fridge, and this is a little battery essentially. I think it's got some USB cables and whatnot, but basically it's made to power the fridge. But interestingly, it really just powers the fridge through a cigarette lighter output. So you could use this battery to power like a cigarette lighter powered heated blanket or charge USBs or something. So that's pretty cool. And then what's clutch at Expos is having a fridge and or a freezer. So this, I just strapped a Alpharex shirt onto it because where it is right now is just getting hit by the sun well, not 24/7, but during the sunlight hours of the day. So the fridge I got is black and I didn't get a case for it. They do sell these ones with cases. This is the APL 55. It is pretty slick though. So what's clutch at Expos is while I was actually making ice in the freezer, making ice out of water bottles to put in my big cooler, my big Pelican cooler over here to re-chill other stuff. But then I got Klondike bars, ice cream, I got these frozen chocolate and peanut butter covered strawberries. Anyways, hot days, it's nice to have those. And then here I got like some protein shakes, some juices, and then some adult bevies. And this guy, the cool thing actually, let me show you, it has a soft close lid, which is pretty slick. Anyway, this guy, they make a lot of different fridges. I figured this one would be a good fit because it would just be getting hammered and stepped on and used as a step and used as a seat and kind of beat up here at Expo. So it served that purpose really well. So thanks to IceCo for providing this for me to use at Expo. But this one is, it can be a single or a dual zone system. Sorry, that's what I was trying to talk to. So this divider here is actually removable. So right now I have it, this is at -4 and this is at like 37. So basically dual zone, but you could pull this out and have the whole thing be a freezer or the whole thing be a refrigerator. So kind of a nice, one of the smaller dual zone fridges that are available out there. And then it's got, the nice thing is these fridges have, other than being pretty ruggedized, they have the charger, not the charger, the power ports, AC and DC, and a USB output in the front. So if you want to plug in there, you can. And then they also have them in the rear. So you can actually, depending on how this is in your car or where you want cables running, you can plug it into one side or the other. A lot of little places to lash this thing down and secure stuff to it as well. So I don't know, I've only had it for a few days now, but been beating it up at Expo and it seemed pretty good. Other than that, I actually stayed in an Airbnb because we were kind of crammed in here. So this tent would open up, but I'm actually gonna go camping right after Expo with Clay and Tanner from Expedition Overland. So I'll make a separate video about that. And then in here, I just have miscellaneous boxes and crap for Expo and my Pelican camping bin. And then also I had this thing full of Drive coffee when I left, and we got a little bit left. So I've been given slanging drinks all weekend as well. And yeah, that's the setup. Mike Hernandez's Gladiator, full kind of camper build. That thing's pretty sweet. I'm gonna try to do a whole walk around of this if I have time. And then we got the rest of the Fieldcraft survival booth over here, and we got Mountain Dew came. Not sure exactly why, but they are here. And then I gotta take this table back, so I'm gonna cut over, take a break from this. This is the Jetboil booth here. You guys know I actually use the Jetboil Genesis a lot, so they're here at the Expo, and yeah. And then I always love seeing the elevation off-grid truck. These trucks are just insane in person. They're doing, I think they're doing like now, or they're about to be doing like 250s all the way up to 550s. Obviously I'd want the 550, but these are on the liquid spring suspension that I think they have 8 inches of up and down, so you can drop them like 2 inches below factory and then raise them up. They have all of the clearance to fit the massive tires. They still have 10,000 pounds of payload and 30,000 pounds of towing capacity. Not sponsored at all, but they're in Colorado too. So this is one that's kind of like lifted up on the liquid springs. So this is kind of at tall mode. You'd want to drive around a little lower. And then, yeah, this is one, you know, kind of more factory liquid springs and regular. And this is one, yeah, it looks 350 on the liquid springs. Anyways, these trucks are, if I won the lottery, next day would be rolling into these guys and putting an order in for one of their trucks. So they are awesome. And we got the bluetti booth here. You guys know I've done some stuff with them in the past, actually recently with this unit, which is really cool because it's, I forget, I think IP65 rated like dust and water, not waterproof, like you can't throw it to the bottom of a lake, but I was like spraying it off with my hose and everything is connected. I just actually got the DC input, so it has a 30 amp DC input that they sell a plug that converts it to an FT60 and an Anderson. So excited to use that. It's actually, you know, this is a nice use case for it. It's covered in dust and filth out here with all the dust blowing around. Anyway, they got a booth set up with a bunch of stuff. They have this fridge they were telling me about, which is kind of neat. It has a couple interesting functions it has a hot swappable battery. So it can run off of this battery. You swap it out, and it can charge on its own. Like this will charge the battery, I'm pretty sure. And then they're launching kind of with it a separate unit that has these hot swappable batteries as well. So you can get a few of these and just kind of swap them out to power this without needing any plugs or powers or anything. So this is actually a pretty cool little concept. I've never used one. I don't have a ton of information about it, but basically the hot swappable batteries, which you don't see much of. But in addition to that, it's got wheels, which I always like to see because these fridges get heavy when they're loaded down. So this, since it has the battery, has a little more expandability on the inputs. I believe it has solar input, and then obviously DC and AC inputs, and then some USBs, which aren't that unstandard. But it's got your fridge or freezer compartment, and then the cool thing, this is what Ashley would love, honestly, probably, is it's got an ice maker built in with a little scoop. So you fill the reservoir and it shoots out ice, you know, I don't know how fast exactly it is, but they tell me they're square cubes of ice. So you can just scoop them. Ashley will scoop them right into her Stanley. So that actually is pretty cool. I've seen some ice makers in various ones. This maybe is one of the better implementations that I've seen though, in that you don't need to like freeze a tray. You just scoop the ice cubes out. So that's actually, it's not running right now. I believe they said these are on Indiegogo, kind of the new hotness. And then I have, like I said, I have this unit that I've been happy with at home. And then kind of the rest of the line, you got the small ones and the little bigger ones, and they get all the way to kind of huge ones. They're doing like whole house setups as well. They got a Honda in the booth kind of setup. You don't see a whole, if you're a Honda person, you could follow this guy for his Honda adventures. I was talking to him a little bit. He's hanging out here. But yeah, they got all the big units as well. For more, you know, I would say these are definitely more home use items. But anyway, that hot swappable battery, pretty cool, and the fridge, pretty cool. So these are some things that I'll probably check out in the future. So here we got the Lexus actually has a little booth set up. So here we have a LX600 wrapped. Love the LX600, a little rich for my blood. And then the GX550 as well over here. So both of these on display. Actually, Kurt Williams been doing some talks here, kind of some like pseudo training events, and man, he tells me he loves the 550. He actually just got one for his wife. And I was sitting in this one for a while. I haven't driven them still, but he sings high praises for the GX550. Still pretty expensive, still a little rich for my blood, but that's probably would be I mean, I like it myself, but in a perfect world, that would be Ashley's car with like a really light, kind of a light overland build on it. Anyway, again, I'm not gonna talk through anything, but you walk through and there's a lot of cool little companies like this one. They have like a whole sleep system with an inflatable pad here. You wrap all your bedding, everything into this, and then it's basically a self-contained full kind of sleep system that packs down into this. So again, as I'm kind of shopping for things for my family, I'm looking for things that pack down small, that kind of give them a little more creature comforts. We got Pelican, and then they're with Boss Strongbox here as well. Boss Strongbox, like a reseller, distributor type company of Pelican, but make their own products. All of these cases that close up. Actually, he was showing me some of their prototype products that are pretty cool coming out. So full line of Pelican. So it's another good opportunity where if you're looking to come out and check out brands that make things and you want to compare, like, okay, I actually wanted to see the size of this versus this versus this versus this. It's nice to come out and be able to kind of have them all in one place. These are the new colors for some of their vault stuff. in addition to the mounts, they got these guys that I got on the LX. One of the guys here, Jamie, actually. So Jamie is, I don't know, I think I'm allowed to talk about this stuff. This is Jamie's vehicle. He has an LX 570 as well with full descent. So one of the guys that works at Pelican, this is his, and he's kind of showing me some of his case setups where he's got the Protector series up here with these little kind of locks. So he's kind of telling me about some products that Pelican has for miscellaneous other pieces that can be adapted to the current cases that people don't really know about. So I was having a conversation with him about kind of getting these products packaged up in a way where when people want to open these cases, Pelican actually makes stuff for it, but they don't really advertise it. So he's gonna send me a few of these out to kind of play around with. But anyway, cool to see, you know, companies that I'm working with out displaying stuff, bunch of rack manufacturers, bunch of kitchen gear. Then you got even people like Magnuson Superchargers is out here. Sorry, this camera just does never point where I really want it to. Knife manufacturers, and you got a bunch of accessory manufacturers too. So this is like an air conditioner company. And yeah, basically it's aisles, rows and rows and rows like this that kind of just go on forever. Here's Jesse, Overland chef, with his setup. Man. What's up, Jesse? Making some, he's cooking.
Some beef stroganoff, just like Mom used to make, but you know.
Beef strogie.
But better.
So he's out here cooking.
Hamburger helper.
Cooking all day. I mean, I get down on some hamburger helper. I'm not gonna lie. So Jesse's got a trailer and like a whole tray setup that he kind of cooks out of and does some cooking demos and some sampling and whatnot. When's this gonna be ready, Jesse?
It basically is. Would you
basically?
Like
I'll have like a little sample.
all right.
If you got some available. Thanks, man. Also, they sell this, I don't know what's my favorite. These are both, This is
the new one.
Oh, we got a new one.
This is the
okay.
new one. You gotta try it.
I'll try the new.
Coconut.
So this is cocoa nuts.
Nuts.
I've had blueberry pancake, that's Ashley's favorite, and then Nana Pudding's probably my favorite. And then we got the new here too. And if you're lucky enough, he'll give you a plate of food, fresh made. Thanks, Jesse. You can get some, it's called the Day Lodge, looks like. It's like an air inflatable awning. Kind of a cool little setup. This is how you overland at full speed. The Camberg, a race truck with the GFC on there. And we're seeing some of these showing up now. This is actually at Nitto's booth. We got a Land Cruiser here, wrapped in matte black. I believe this is the guys at Westcott Designs built this one. What size tires? They look like, oh man, they're 37s. I thought these were maybe 35s. Looks like we got pretty good clearance back in here as well. I mean, I don't know. Might rub, might not. But these things are definitely looking pretty slick once they're done up a little bit. Then all kinds of accessories, Luno. This is, it's like miscellaneous pads and whatnot. Help People Gear. They make a lot of cool packs and chest rigs and stuff like that. These are kind of interesting. There's these like inflatable bed kind of toppers that you can do. Dakota Lithium over here. This thing's over here is one of my favorite things from the show, probably. Just my affinity for Land Cruisers. So this is a 200 series Land Cruiser. This is at TAV, so they build a lot of kind of like long travel, fully kitted expedition vehicles. This is one based on a 200 series with a chop, no frame extension or anything. So this is the stock wheelbase and frame with a whole kind of camper built into the back. It does have a little pass through here as well. I'll see if there's anyone in here. This storage is accessible from the inside as well. And then up in here, I'll take one quick, real quick. I'll be real quick. All right, so in here we got some storage on the side. You get up, the pass through into the cab is through there, cooking sink. The bed is actually up here elevated, which I can still fit underneath. And then that thing just pulls down. But there's we had 5 or 6 guys in here earlier on this tiny little platform. You know, tiny relative to a big flatbed truck or anything. This is maybe once the kids are out of the house, this is an Ashley and me mobile. And you got kind of towards the edge, this little area, kind of a ring, so to speak. Got some rack companies, some cases. What's up, Trev? I like these blow up tents. I feel like I need one. I need one myself. So Cydio cases, kind of cool, sectionable, dividable cases. Got your truck vaults. So big heavy duty drawer slide setups. Wheels, Razor, what I want on the GTR eventually. These are really slick. Ooh, they got them in olive green over here. Nice. How's it going, sir? It's good. How you doing? Good. Good. Thanks for coming by. Hey, thank you. We got Benchmade set up here. A bunch of gear and knives. Let's see what we got. Their cutlery knife is one of my favorites that they got. Cool little setups. Around the back, it's just goes forever. Just goes forever. So we got Surefire here with all their stuff. Headlamps, pocket torches. Oof, look at that thing. That thing's crazy. AFB power. I've used some of their stuff in the past. So let's see what we got here. Well, we got the twin turbo intakes on here. I wonder how that sounds. Been wanting to squeeze a little more turbo noises out of the Tundra. I gotta look into it a little bit. Ooh, look at that. I love when I see first and second gen. You guys, if you watch my channel, you know I'm a bit of a Land Cruiser guy, obviously, but still, ever since I got the first gen Sequoia, I've kind of became a Sequoia guy, and then started getting interested in the second gen Sequoias just because they're so roomy on the inside. So anytime I see a second gen Sequoia, even a light build like this, I'm like, ooh, I want it. So then in addition to all the big stuff, you got kind of your smaller things. I have a few of Step 22's products actually. They got kind of some really nice tool rolls that are kind of multifunctional. Actually, I should probably replace my little cheapy tool roll in my truck with one of these guys because they're multicam black, and I probably need it then. Looks like they got some other kind of motorcycle oriented bags and whatnot going on, and all of their kind of packable modular products going on here as well. A lot of nice little pouches they got for miscellaneous things. So I'll have to size some stuff out because maybe I want to use some of these for little nerdy radio use and whatnot, but I'll get around to that at some point. Makes these really nice flat pack cases that kind of are used. They're nice kind of semi-rigid structure you can slide in and out of drawers or under seats. So again, as I'm kind of figuring out my family camping situation, kind of getting a lot more into miscellaneous storage packs, so you may see more of that going on. And then the Malbec, just kind of similar to the Tav. I think I like the Tav one a little better. This seems to always be here, and I love it every time. This is kind of the main area Overland's got one of the cooler booths here, honestly, where they got their Tacoma up on this raft action going on, actually. The crew's hanging out if you ever want to say hi to them. And yeah, just kind of got their setups. They got a new Land Cruiser in the booth here as well, and they're kind of talking about the miscellaneous projects that they got going on through here. You also see a lot of nice 60 series, more 60 series here this year, I feel like, than there are 80 series, but every one of them looks nicer than mine, and I get peanut butter and jelly about them. And then there are a ton of trailers as well. So you got your Patriot Campers trailers, which are kind of like cream of the crop setups, honestly. Maybe overkill for what I want to use them for, but they got all their power management systems and built-in slides, and these are really supposedly some of the most robust trailers out there, and just packed with every feature. They got these awning brackets that raise up. Really cool trailers as far as trailers are concerned. And I don't know, again, never been a trailer guy previously, but now with family and whatnot going on, I am certainly thinking about them more now. Got Dometic's booth. I don't think they have anything really new going on, but they got their cool water systems and fridges and stuff, obviously, that are always solid. And we've got some other trailers. This one's kind of cool. It's got the big GFC on top, so it's kind of like a motorcycle hauler, trailer, camper that you can sleep on top of. So some of these are pretty slick. And then these are a little more kind of your minimalistic. You could put a fridge on a slide or something, and they're kind of gear storage trailers, but ones that you can just mount stuff to. So for family camping, these are rustic mountain overland trailers. For family camping, I'm kind of thinking maybe something more minimal like this, where we can carry some gear, maybe some bikes and toys or whatever, depending on where we are, what time it is, and have kind of a minimal water system and gear storage system on board that I can mount like a really big rooftop tent to, and an awning. This one's got an awning off of the side, and keep things just really lightweight and simple, while still allowing me to fit at least 2 car seats in the back and 2 dogs, and still have a setup that's just ready to go. That's kind of the thing with kids now in my life, where I'm like, well, it's the packing and the getting ready and the wondering if this is gonna work, and then all the setup and all that it's kind of a pain in the butt. So some setup like this, I'm considering for sure. And then Nick likes them, so you know it's good. This is my boy Nick.
What's up, brother?
Hi, say hi to the world.
Hello, world.
Hi,
If you ever want the nicest guy in the world, it's this one. With this one right here. And we got the Tundra in the Toyo booth. I don't know whose this is though. It's P_Tundra. These tires look huge. They're 40s. He's got the flares and everything on him too. Anytime I see a truck on 40s, it makes my Tundra feel small. Yeah, this one's pretty sick too. All these big tire mobiles. This one's probably 40s too. It's a huge truck. And they got a Cybertruck. There's a few Cybertrucks here also. These things look huge on the road, but then you get them next to one of the crazy overland trucks and they look kind of small here. But Toyo's always got a good booth, a lot of shade, some goodies and whatnot. And then more trailers, got Winnebago. We do have there's some van life stuff going on as well. And then some of the big brands, like Mercedes and Toyota is here. We got Garmin. I'm using the Garmin power switch. Garmin power switch stuff. I still need to get one of their watches to try out. There's this guy.
Watch out for Mike.
Hey, dude. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Then the big brands, got the ARBs, and then the AEVs. Always love these ones. They got they had the other prospectors, the Rams with the single cab Ram flatbeds. Now they're doing one in the GMC, looking very proper. Looking very proper. If I was super rich, I'd buy one just for work. It's got the rear winch in here, even the flatbed with the fold down sides out of here. What do we got? Some little switches. One day maybe I'll have an AEV. Not today though. Arctic trucks are here. GMC's usually at these events as well. So we got the GMC Hummer EV going on. But yeah, a lot of new Tacomas and Land Cruisers and Grenadiers here. Red Arc's here, kind of showcasing a bunch of stuff. We got all kinds of charging and battery components, and also got this kind of sweet display of their miscellaneous products in here, really kind of showcasing all the stuff that you can do. Cool little build. Again, more Grenadiers. Actually, this is Ineos Grenadier. They're here. They're actually doing like test drives and stuff out on the track. So they are here both as a company, but also just the Overland Expos kind of have people showcasing whatever cool products are out. But we do also have Land Cruisers and Tacomas and 4Runners. So hey, what's up, dude? How you doing? Still am not sure. What do you guys think? Land Cruiser, 4Runner, Land Cruiser.
The wayward, I guess.
And they got new, well, so they got Tundra and Tacoma. They got the Trail Hunter here. Trail Hunter's all right. I'm not a fan of the rack and a couple other things, but I do like this color, the bronze oxide or whatever they're calling it. And we got Fieldcraft's booth selling a bunch of kit, tourniquets, waters, seat back panels, the backcountry carriers, books. And now we've made it full circle. So I hope you enjoyed that little random video. It's kind of hard to make because you get stopped all the time and then start talking and then forget what I'm doing. But that is Overland Expo West. I'll be in Mountain West in Colorado in August, most likely. It's around the time my baby comes, so hopefully, I'll be there if logistically I can. Not sure what vehicle I'll have, but Tundra has been good. And now I'm gonna start packing this thing up, getting all the stuff ready to go, maybe give out some ice creams and call it a day. So let me know if you enjoyed this random video. I'm at these events. I'm usually just so busy hanging out with friends and companies that I work with and just people that I only see once or twice a year. So I always like to just be present with them, but I could always squeeze out some videos. So if you like this video, let me know down below. And if you'd like to see me do videos like this more often when I'm at these kinds of events, let me know, because I can. I don't much, but I can. Cool. All right, well, until next time, guys, take care. Actually, before I go, I'm gonna take all of the ice cream out of the freezer and hand it out since we're about to leave soon.
You gonna find it?
Never boiled so much water. How many of these things shall I make? Cooking some food, yeah. Handing food out to people. For anyone that wants it.
Right front and center.
I got coffee too, if anyone wants some coffee. Making some food, you wanna help? Are you a gourmet chef?
I'm a gourmet.
I'm gonna be preparing a dish loved around the world. I made all of this earlier myself. And just put it in these bags. Now these are peak refuel chicken Alfredo. I don't know, man. I've never made so many at one time. Maybe this is good.
Chicken Alfredo?
Oh, we boiling? Start making some here. Oh, we're boiling here too. We're boiling all over. Can you? Thanks for the help, man. All right, Danny, set a 10-minute timer.
Is that what Danny's doing? Is that your Osmo?
Yeah.
Hi, Danny.
Hey.
Film guy, Danny.
Anyone want one for the road? Yeah, sure. All right, we'll throw them out. We'll throw them out. Yeah.
Thank you.
Because I'm not going to make them all.